I got to give a hat tip to the Meidas News editorial team. They immediately exposed the malicious prank in the Trump criminal trial where somebody posted on a Facebook page that was controlled by the New York Unified Court System and claimed that their cousin was on the jury and that their cousin had told them before the verdict that Donald Trump was going to be convicted. You'll recall we did a post on this yesterday that our editorial team went into overdrive, found the source of that post, found that that person refers to themselves as a professional shit poster. We showed that their photograph was fake and it was like this rock performer who like defecated on stages, and there was all these red flags. We called it out immediately. We warned everybody, look, the right-wing media is going to run with this. They're going to call for a mistrial. They're going to spread all of the lies. Justice Merchan had to post a letter on the docket, at least saying that the court became aware of this post because the judge is at least duty bound to be transparent about it. We said, look, right-wing media is going to run with that. Let's find out what this is really about. And now the person who made that post admitted that they were lying, admitted that they were involved in a malicious prank. And I really want to say great work to our editorial team led by Ron Filipkowski. By the way, if you want to support their work, it's patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Let's keep growing that editorial team for that type of rapid response right there. So here is what this person who did the malicious prank, Michael Anderson, posted recently after being exposed as a malicious prank and after all the right-wing media was trying to use this to call for a mistrial. The account said the following: "Take it easy. I'm a professional shit poster. Definition: in internet culture, shit posting or trash posting is the act of using an online forum or social media page to post content that is of aggressively, ironically, and trollishly poor quality. Shit posts are generally intentionally designed to derail discussions or cause the biggest reaction with the least effort, and may even sometimes be orchestrated as part of a coordinated flame war to render a website unusable by its regular visitors." And we had told you that's what it was as soon as this was posted on the New York court docket and as right-wing media was running with it. Let's just be clear what went down. So on Friday, June 7th, Justice Merchan wrote the following letter to the parties and posted it on the docket. "Dear counsel, today the court became aware of a comment that was posted on the Unified Court System's public Facebook page, in which I now bring to your attention. In the comment, the user Michael Anderson states, 'My cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you folks for all your hard work. Emojis.' The comment, now labeled as 1 week old, responded to a routine Unified Court System notice posted on May 29, 2024 regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division unrelated to the proceeding. The posting, entitled 'The Appellate Division, 4th Department will hear oral arguments this morning at 10, and the comment are both viewable at the Facebook page." So we went to the Facebook page immediately. Here's what was on that Facebook page. You see New York State Unified Court System. It says, "My cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you folks for all of your hard work." So then we said, let's go to this Michael Anderson account, which we did right away. You see that on the account, Anderson describes himself, if that's even a him or a person, as a professional shit poster. This is the photo purporting to be Michael Anderson, or at least the avatar. That photograph is actually not Michael Anderson. It's someone by the name of G.G. Allen, who's an American punk rock musician, or was an American punk rock musician who passed away in 1993, that featured transgressive acts, including self-mutilation, defecating on stage, and assaulting audience members for which he was arrested and imprisoned. That's not Gigi Allen's, not the person posting it. Gigi Allen died in 1993. But then we went and looked at all the other posts made by this Michael Anderson account. It wasn't just this post on May 29th. The same post occurred on May 20th, and they posted it over and over again.
I'm a cat person, and I'm proud of it. They say happy cat, happy life. Something like that. Cats are a great companion, and my cats bring me so much joy. So the least I can do is feed them the best cat food money can buy. This podcast is sponsored by Smalls. Now, if you're a listener of this show, you know that my cat cannot live without Smalls. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients that you'd find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why veterinarians.org rates Smalls 10 out of 10 for their ingredient quality. My cats prefer Smalls way more than their previous cat food. Now, I legitimately did a taste test, put 2 bowls side by side, and then they immediately went to Smalls. And here's an extra plus. My cat's breath is so much better, and their fur is much softer ever since I switched to Smalls. Smalls was started back in 2017 by a couple of guys home cooking cat food in small batches for their friends. A few short years later, they've served millions of meals to cats across the US. After making the switch to Smalls, 90% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. Now, the team at Smalls is so confident that your cat will love their product that you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat won't eat their food. Now it's time to make the switch to Smalls. Head to smalls.com/Meidas and use promo code Meidas at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer that you'll find, but you have to use my code Meidas for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code Meidas for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
But then all of the right-wing media accounts, first off was the Cat Turd account that said mistrial in caps. Our editor-in-chief says, this is the idiocracy we're now going to have to hear. We then explained on the MeidasTouch network that it's always these same accounts. You take a look at Laura Loomer, breaking. Judge Juan Merchan just notified all the parties involving Trump's recent New York trial that the court became aware of a Facebook comment that was posted on the Facebook page of the unified court system. The comment was made May 29th, days before Trump's guilty verdict was announced, which means he can now be entitled to a mistrial because the jury pool was tainted and compromised. This is further evidence that Trump didn't receive a fair trial. What does Fox report? New York v. Trump. Judge reveals Facebook post implying juror discussed guilty verdict with family ahead of time. Clay Travis. Wow, a person claiming to be the cousin of a juror posted the day before the conviction on the court's Facebook page that Trump was getting convicted. If this is confirmed, the case would likely be a mistrial. Quite a Friday news dump. All of these, like Monica Crowley, enough with this bullshit case, mistrial, no retrial, toss the conviction, get the F out of here with your rigged fake communist show trial. Jack Posobiec, same thing. Greta Van Susteren, wow, this is big trouble. Benny Johnson, breaking. Judge Merchan sends letter to parties in New York Trump case notifying them that this comment was left on their Facebook page before the verdict. Mike Davis, mistrial. Cat Turd, mistrial. You see this over and over again. As Norm Eisen says, the great actual legal scholar Norm Eisen, it's amazing to me that people would jump to conclusions about this apparent malicious prank message in the court's Facebook page. How do we know it's likely a prank? Then he goes through a thread that lays out a lot of the evidence that we pushed out. Peter Henline, who's a Republican, goes, they're gonna do a mistrial, mocking this. Not looking likely considering the cousin posted this. MAGA maybe take 2 seconds to think before getting excited. And look, for MAGA, there is no conspiracy that they're not willing to spread, right? Donald Trump, who said the Emmys were rigged, who said the Wisconsin and Iowa primaries were rigged. Donald Trump, who said if he didn't win 2016, then that would be rigged. Donald Trump, who said the 2020 election was rigged. Donald Trump, who said that all of the court cases that were filed by him where he lost, like every single one of them, challenging the results of the election. He said all of those court cases were rigged. Donald Trump, who says that every single one of his trial was rigged. The jury in the E. Jean Carroll first trial was rigged. The jury in the second E. Jean Carroll trial was rigged. The judge in the E. Jean Carroll case, Judge Lewis Kaplan, he was rigged according to Donald Trump. Justice Engoron was rigged. It was rigged that Donald Trump didn't get a jury in the civil fraud case. Donald Trump argues that the Manhattan District Attorney criminal case is rigged, that the grand jury was rigged, that it was rigged that he didn't get to put witnesses he wanted before the grand jury, that even though he has a lot of supporters in Manhattan, he says, and that he thinks he can flip New York red, that the jury was actually rigged and the jury was all Democrats, and he says they were rigged. He says the prosecution team was rigged as well. Donald Trump says that people who were selling his stock, they were trying to rig the digital world acquisition stock. He says that was rigged. Donald Trump says any links between him and Russia are rigged. Donald Trump says anything that he has done wrong, all rigged. He goes, everything is a hoax. Everything is rigged. That's what he says in his speech. That's actually a line. Everything's a hoax. Everything is everything is rigged. And then he goes, Russia, Russia, Russia. And then he goes on and just repeats the words over and over again. That's why it's so important, the work that I think Meidas News is doing that corporate media was not doing, and the rapid response by our team. Again, I just want to give them all the credit in the world for what they did. A lot of other great people were reporting this as well, so I don't want to exclude people who also caught it, but I will say that our team was right there within about 5 minutes of that order. If you want to support the work of our editorial team, no pressure, but if you do, go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. We don't have outside investors here, so building that machine led by Ron Filipkowski is so important right now. It's patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Check it out.
Enough! Send him to the big house, not the White House. Get the new exclusive tees, mugs, and stickers right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.